Estelle Getty, a shining star of the entertainment world, is best remembered for her spirited portrayal of Sophia Petrillo on the classic television series The Golden Girls. In this video, we'll examine the somber final days of Getty's life and celebrate the remarkable life of this extraordinary woman. Facts First presents Golden Girl Estelle Getty inside her tragic final days. Getty's early life and career. Before Estelle Getty became a household name for her role as the fiery, quick-witted Sophia on The Golden Girls, she lived an interesting life. She had an engaging career that many might not be aware of. Born Estelle Scher in 1923 in New York City, her journey to the world of acting started modestly. As a young woman, she honed her acting skills in Yiddish theater, displaying a natural talent that eventually propelled her towards greater heights. She spent several decades working in theater, taking on roles in various plays while simultaneously holding down other jobs to make ends meet. It was during this time that she began to perfect her craft, developing her timing, delivery, and the sharp sense of humor that later made her a fan favorite. Her launchpad role was in 1982 when she was cast in Harvey Fierstein's Broadway production The Torch Song Trilogy. Her character, Mrs. Beckhoff, was specifically designed for her by Fierstein himself. The performance, centered on a drag queen living in New York, attracted the attention of Hollywood producers. Getty, who was almost 60 at the time, received widespread acclaim for her performances, keeping audiences engaged both on and off Broadway for 4 years. Getty struggled in her later years. Estelle's passing in 2008 left an unfillable void in the world of Hollywood. Though one might assume her golden years were quite rewarding, that unfortunately isn't how things panned out. Following her death, it was revealed that Getty's final years were far from glamorous. But we'll touch on that in a minute. The 1980s proved a rewarding era for Getty. Aged almost 60, Getty embraced the lead role of Mrs. Beckhoff both on and off Broadway for 4 years, which caught the eye of a production team on the hunt for a senior actor to embody the head of a unique group of retirees in Florida. The resulting show, The Golden Girls, knitted together the talents of Getty, Bea Arthur, Rue McClanahan, and Betty White, each of whom would be forever cherished for their comedic genius and unforgettable performances that spanned generations. With the aid of heavily applied makeup and wigs, Getty, then 62, masterfully played the sharp-witted Sophia, an 80-year-old mother to Bea Arthur's character Dorothy and roommate to Blanche and Rose. Getty, a mother of 2 herself, was married to Arthur Gettleman from 1947 until his death in 2004, and she was just a year older than Bea Arthur, her TV daughter. Her knack for landing perfect zingers and her tough yet lovable persona earned Getty widespread admiration, fetching her a Daytime Emmy Award and a Golden Globe. As she dazzled in the series, Getty also nabbed leading parts in blockbusters like Mannequin and Stop or My Mom Will Shoot with Sylvester Stallone in 1992. In 92, as Bea Arthur yearned to explore fresh avenues, The Golden Girls concluded its 7-year journey. Getty later reprised her role in Golden Palace, a show that aired in 1992, and An Empty Nest, where her former co-stars, White, McClanahan, and Arthur, also revived their roles from The Golden Girls. During her stint on the hit comedy, her co-stars noted Getty's struggles with line memorization, and McClanahan, who passed away in 2010, revealed her battles with panic attacks on set in an interview she gave shortly before her death. Getty was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, a progressive brain disorder often misdiagnosed as Alzheimer's, which imposed a hefty toll on her stellar performances. Her health deteriorated rapidly in 2000, and she was unable to join a Golden Girls reunion show in 2003. After years of slipping deeper into a confusing and unfamiliar world where her mind was her own worst enemy, Getty passed away in her sleep in 2008, aged 84. 1 year later, Bea Arthur passed away at 86, followed by Rue McClanahan at 76 in 2010, and the cherished Betty White in 2021, aged 99. McClanahan said, quote, "I stayed in touch with Estelle as long as she could remember me. She was a delight to be around, always sharing hilarious stories about New York." She was very frugal. A testament to Getty's humble nature, despite her stardom, was her steadfast preference for a simple lifestyle over a grandiose one. Her son, Carl Gettelman, who shared touching anecdotes at a private memorial service held for her following her passing, revealed that Getty was a woman who always appreciated a good bargain, even amidst the glamour of her successful stint on the Golden Girls. One memorable instance he recounted was when Getty's Toyota Tercel was mistakenly towed from her assigned parking spot at the Golden Girls production lot. The security team had assumed that someone else had parked in the actress's spot, assuming she would not choose such an unassuming vehicle. Gettelman attributed his mother's frugality to the lasting impact of the Great Depression on her psyche. Even as she carved a niche for herself in Hollywood, playing the acerbic Sophia and earning critical acclaim for her stage performances, she maintained her simplistic lifestyle. Her son further emphasized that while many celebrity biographies are rife with tales of extravagant lifestyles, intense love affairs, struggles with addiction, or disputes with studio heads and co-stars, what set Getty apart was the ordinary life she led. According to Gettelman, this grounded lifestyle made his mother a figure with whom people could easily identify. Her Emmys gone missing. In a bewildering twist to Getty's story, the Emmy statuette she won in 1988 for the Golden Girls has mysteriously disappeared. Getty's demise in 2008 left her sons Carl and Barry Gettelman grappling with the challenging task of dividing their mother's possessions. Among these items were her signature wicker purse from the series, her Golden Globe, an Emmy nomination certificate, and the coveted Emmy statuette. As the siblings found themselves unable to reach a consensus, they decided to auction the items through Bonhams and Butterfields. Unfortunately, the actress's living trust didn't offer any guidance on the distribution of her property. Consequently, her Emmy statuette was sold for $7,320 on June 4, 2009 to an anonymous buyer, less than a year after her passing. But the Emmy re-emerged 2 months later on eBay with a starting bid suggested at a staggering $15,000. The TV Academy, which had not interjected prior to the auction, attempted to dissuade the unknown seller by referencing a 30-year-old stipulation that declared Emmys to be the property of the TV Academy. This mandate was ambiguously indicated by a sticker under each statuette. It wasn't until 1995 that the TV Academy began having recipients sign a contract agreeing not to sell their award. What the Academy, and indeed the public, would like to know is the current location of the missing Emmy. Following its eBay appearance, the award disappeared without a trace, and attempts to get information from eBay representatives were unsuccessful. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know that Estelle Getty's Emmy has mysteriously disappeared in the years since her passing? Let us know in the comments section below.